Hello, I am Queen Kunde Enoch. Join us every Tuesday on the program Talking Peace, where we raise discourse on how to attain peaceful coexistence and tolerance in our society.
Talking Peace is a production of ZT Communications in partnership with Taraba State Broadcasting Service TSBS Jalingo.
For enquiries and advert placements, please call 0803 454 0469.
Talking Peace is the meeting point. Join us.
Hello, glad to know you're still tuned in here. The program is Talking Peace, and of course the dial is the TSBS. Remember, you can always watch us online on www.ztonline.com. Talking Peace Call is a program where we discuss how we can enjoy peaceful coexistence. There are several factors that align to ensuring we do so, and one of such is our culture and tourism. Today on Talking Peace, we have none other to tell us how this relates. On the program today, the Managing Director of the Taraba State Tourism Development Board here in Jalingo, Mrs. Christiana Mark Oseni. You're welcome on the program, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Talking Peace. How do we enjoy peaceful coexistence? Let's start on that note.
As we all know, peace is a panacea for development. Without peace, the way our governor used to say, "Give me peace, I'll give you development." That's just the truth. In an environment or in a state or in a country where there is no peace, there will never be development, because how will the government send people in for development? So also we as individuals or as citizens of a particular place, we have to live in peace if we want progress. There will never be progress without peace. Even progress in our homes, even if we don't live at peace in our homes, we will never have progress in anything we do. So peace is very, very important to every aspect of life.
Now today, let's look at that aspect of culture and tourism, which you heard here in Taraba State.
Yeah.
How we enjoying, or how is the patronage for the tourism subsector here in Taraba? I see a wide range of resources, the tourism subsector here. How are we enjoying it?
We actually have a wide range of tourism potentials in Taraba, but the truth is that the patronage is very low. Why? Because I'm sure people don't actually know what we have. We have been trying our best to put up some of these things on the social media. The social media is one of the avenues now to showcase whatever you have. We have been trying our best to put up some of the tourism potentials of Taraba in the social media so that we'll have patronage. We have started having responses from places like Abuja and some other places. People have started showing interest to come and see what we have here. But on a general note, the patronage for now is really low.
What do you think could be responsible for that low patronage as well? Because maybe I give you a hint to where I'm going to.
For me, I think it's peace, because people believe that the Northeast, generally there is no peace. When you talk about Northeast, Taraba is part of Northeast.
Yeah.
And when you say there's Boko Haram and other terrorist kidnappers in Northeast, people get to be afraid of Northeast. I'll give you an example. There is this program we held, and we invited somebody as a guest. The person is from the eastern part of the country. He resides in Abuja. And when he was making plans, he accepted the invitation to come for the program. But when he was making arrangement to come, like he said, all his friends and relations were saying, "You mean you want to go to Northeast? How will you get there? Don't go and be killed," because people believe that what is happening in Maiduguri, Yobe, and the other places is also happening in Taraba. So the major problem we are having in patronage is lack of peace. People are afraid.
People are afraid,
yes,
because of the lack of peace.
Yes.
But you would also agree with me that although Taraba does not have the issue of, say, banditry or Boko Haram insurgency, But there are other crises
Yeah,
that are,
tribal crisis.
of course, communal clashes that are disturbing the peaceful coexistence.
Exactly. We have communal clashes. We have them in the northern part of the state, southern part of the state, and the central part of the state. Every part of the state, we have that. So even that alone is enough to keep people away.
So what are you doing to see that this is also, because like you did start, the governor says, give me peace and I give you development. I expect that to be your campaign as well, because as the MD here, you are expected to encourage, patronage of the tourism or the harnessing of the potentials of peace of the tourism subsector. What are you doing deliberately to ensure we have peace so that the tourism subsector can also thrive?
Okay, like we have some programs we used to organize from here, like the World Tourism Day. When we go for the World Tourism Day, we encourage people to come out for the program, and there in the program we have seminars. We organize seminars, we organize talks, some even night programs. We organize them, where you can bring youth together. The night program is mainly for youth. You bring them together like a show, where you can teach them how to live in peace with each other. We bring various tribes. We don't go with only one tribe. We make sure we are able to bring some tribes together, like 5, 6 to 10 tribes together, in the same place, to speak with them, to be able to make them to see the importance of peace. Because the truth is that without peace, even tourism cannot develop. Yes.
That's a Herculean task, if you ask me. Because like for Taraba State, we have a huge number of youths.
Yes, we do.
So if we're going to have to concentrate our effort on ensuring that we get them to embrace peace, it's definitely going to be a huge task.
Yes.
Now, but generally, maybe let's talk about some of these potentials of tourism in Taraba State, so that someone listening now would really understand what you mean by the huge potentials we have here.
Actually, Taraba, I think there is this platform where we meet online, like every Friday, with people from other places, even people from outside the country, because it's an online meeting. We meet there. It's mainly for tourism, how to promote tourism. Every time they used to say, Taraba, you have that Taraba is the tourism heaven of Nigeria. They say it to me, not me telling them.
Wow.
That means they know what we have already. Some of them have been here. Some of them went to Gembu, some of them went to the southern part of the country to see the state, to see what we have there. They know what we have in Taraba in that platform. Most of them know, because most of them have seen it. Some of them have seen it and have showcased it in the platform there. So we actually have a very huge tourism potential, very huge tourism potential in Taraba State. Like in the northern part of the state, here in Zinc, we have some beautiful rock formations that we take people there once in a while to see the beauty of God's creation. It's God's creation. In tourism,
it's natural.
It's natural. In tourism, we have the natural, we have the man-made. But the rock formations we have in Zinc is natural. And in the southern part of the state, we have some natural and some man-made too. Like the dam is man-made. But we have natural, we also have rock formations in places like Fikiu and other places there. We have the Crocodile Pond. We have the Munyo Fishing Pond in Ibi. That one too is natural. And in the one of the central is the overall, because immediately you arrive Gashaka from the national park, when you are going to Gembu, Sardauna, the whole of that place on its own is the heaven, tourism heaven of its own. There are so many things we can do there, like in the central part, as I said, in Gembu, you have so many waterfalls, beautiful waterfalls.
In just one state?
In fact, just one local government.
Wow.
That's the Sardauna local government. You have like 40 waterfalls. Some of them we don't even know them yet up to today.
Because they are not harnessed yet.
Yes, they are not harnessed yet. We have beautiful sceneries. We have rivers. You know, so many beautiful things that you can see.
A wonderful weather here.
Wonderful weather. You know, when I went to Obudukatu Ranch, I saw it. I told people, I said, what we have in Gembu, what I saw in Obudu is not half of what we have in Gembu. And that's the truth. You know, we have so many of them. The problem is that they have not been harnessed yet.
Okay, how do you intend to harness them? Because I think that's part of your responsibility, right?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because
let's start with the yes.
Okay. Yes, because we are in the tourism board, because we are the engines of tourism, I would say, in Taraba State.
Okay.
You know, and we are supposed to be the ones to bring out, to show the government what we have and how to harness it. But no, because tourism is a capital intensive project.
Okay.
Even the state government cannot harness tourism potentials alone. So yeah, so we need people from outside, like the government, to bring investors, partners,
okay,
NGOs, and people like that can come in to put in their money, jointly with the government to do something. Like if we say we want to build a 5-star hotel in Gembu, the dam is going on in Gembu. You know, when the dam is completed, you are going to have influx of people to Gembu. And that means we need 5-star hotels. And the government alone cannot build the dam and build a 5-star hotel for us.
Okay.
So when you have the government building the dam, you have individuals or NGOs or corporate bodies coming to build the 5-star hotels for us. So that is why I said it's capital intensive. The government alone cannot do it. That's the truth about it. Because I remember even the one of Cross River State, the potentials in Cross River State was not harnessed by the government alone.
Sure.
Yeah. People came in. If you see their Calabar Carnival,
yeah,
it is not sponsored,
by the government. By several partners.
Yes, they have several partners sponsoring it. That is how tourism is. So tourism is not for one person. One person cannot do it. So even we in the tourism board here cannot do much.
Unless the private sector comes in.
Yes, private sector comes in.
Now, but that's where the policies are, you know, friendly to allow for a smooth running. No businessman wants to drop his money where he won't get profit.
Yes.
And then what is your board doing now to ensure that you have smooth running for the private sector to come in? One of it you just mentioned, just having a guest speaker for a workshop who turned down at the dying minute because of you know, what he has heard. Now, if you go to the map for statistics, you would always see where states that are under red alert, like these are safe to go, these are not safe to go. Up till today, you see Taraba as one of the states that are not safe to visit. It's a caution, you know. It might not be that daunting, but it's a caution because there's no peace, so to speak. What are you doing? That's why on Talking Peace, we want to really hear how your ministry is looking at ensuring that we have peace so that this private sector can come in to invest in that subsector that you said is very rich.
Actually, in the issue of peace, I will not say we have so much to do. Okay. Because the truth is that when you talk about peace, maintaining peace, ensuring that there is peace, you talk about the security agencies. We cannot do without the security agencies in keeping peace. So I will throw that back to the security agencies, telling them to help us ensure that they do all they can to ensure that there is peace wherever we are in the state here. Because we on our own cannot ensure peace. We can only be able to talk to people on how to live in peace. Tell them that this is the importance of peace and this and that, just like that.
But you must be working very closely with the collaboration. Yes. Because I give you an instance. Like you mentioned the Gumti National Park,
yes,
that's in Barua,
Gashaka.
Now, if you have tourists who are visiting there, God forbid, and then something happens to them in the process of these clashes, what would you do? Because they will be your guests directly.
Yes, that is why what we do is that we always tell them, we always tell people, even if you're a tour guide, we always tell them to know that if you have tourists from any part of the country. You have
tour guards here in Taraba State?
We have.
Are they members of your board or they are registered as a body? Okay,
they are private
okay.
As a body. So we liaise with them, we inform them, we tell them that if you have tourists to the state, ensure that you let us know, so that we on our own part will know how to arrange security backup for the tourists, because it's not going to be funny.
Sure.
Somebody leaving Abuja to come here,
or even America.
Yes, or even America to come here, and you just allow him to just go to Gashaka-Bunti alone like that. Sometimes back, somebody took some people like that, but I didn't like it. I cautioned the tour guide. I told him that from today, please, when you have people coming, let us know. You are registered with us. Let us know that you have tourists coming.
Okay, maybe let's take it slow again. Let's go back a little. Let's rewind.
Okay.
Now, I didn't even have that information that part of your duty is to also have an association of tourist guards who lead tourists to the site.
Yes.
Now, meaning that any tourist coming into Taraba State must seek a tourist guard.
Yes.
That's the protocol.
Yes, that's the protocol.
Okay, maybe tell us about it. So maybe just inform us how it is, just in case someone listening here now is just saving his money and planning to just travel by himself or herself with their families to this park.
Yes.
What's the protocol for having to visit your tourist site?
Okay, the first thing is for you, if you want to come to Taraba, for you to recognize a tourist guide, or you come straight to the board to give you or to connect you with a tour guide, because if you are to go on your own direct, anything happens, you will not hold anybody responsible for whatever happens to you. But when you come through the board, we connect you with a tour guide that is going to arrange your tour from the beginning to the end. Everything you need for the tour, he's going to arrange it, and after that, you are going to have security backup before you embark on your journey.
Wow.
So that if anything happens, in fact, nothing will happen when you go. Our people, no matter how dangerous they are afraid when they see a security man.
Sure.
So when you go around with a security man, nobody will attack you. So that is the protocol. The first step is for you to come to the board or contact us if you don't know the tour guide directly. But the tour guide too they have their contact network, yes.
Okay.
And they are always on the social media.
Wow.
Yes, posting their activities and things like that. If you can contact them directly, they will be the ones to contact us. But if you cannot contact them, you contact the board. The board will give you one and make other arrangements for you.
Wow, that makes it even safer and more encouraging.
Yes.
What we hear that Taraba is not safe, tourists would not want to come and all of that may not be as true as it was.
It's not because of the COVID-19. Like from October to December last year, we had series of people that were
scheduled
to come from Abuja, from Lagos to come. We will take them round the tourist attraction sites in Taraba.
Okay.
But because of the COVID, they couldn't make it.
Although they say ignorance is not an excuse.
Yes.
But what happens to the ignorant person who just came in? I hope there's a little bit of safety from the board, protection or something.
Yes, that is why I said if you come through the board, we will ensure that you are protected.
It's safer to come through the board.
It's safer to come through the board.
All right, you've heard it here on Talking Peace. Now we're discussing how peace relates with enjoying or harnessing our tourism and culture subsector. And like you did hear from the MD here in Taraba State, there's a lot of the cultural and tourism potentials here to behold. You can imagine having a crocodile pond, you said?
Yes.
Live. It is not man-made. And again, a weather that is likened to London.
Yes.
Well, here in Taraba State.
Yes.
Now, if you want your holiday to be really cozy and cool, of course, you would want to choose such a site. But again, how do we ensure that people who come are safe? It was a concern even before we started this interview that peace or crisis will not allow us harness or enjoy these cultural potentials for Taraba State. But we've heard from the number one person on that board telling us that it is not as bad as it seems because there is a protocol that ensures that tourists are safe in the midst of these skirmishes that hamper on our peaceful coexistence. Now we'll be winding down on the program, but we want to have more on how we can really ensure that the crisis does not in any way mislead people to thinking that the tourism subsector in Taraba State is no longer functional. Because one would imagine where do I follow? Like the example you gave.
Yeah.
Even if I want to go to the Gumti National Park, where do I follow? Because if there's no peace from the south where I'm going to pass through, how do I link up? So could you give us more assurances on how we can enjoy our cultural and tourism subsector even in these skirmishes of crisis?
Some people will just sit in their places wherever they are and conclude that everywhere there is no peace, I cannot pass. But that is why I said that the best thing to do is to contact the board. You
have your contacts all online?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have it online. We have a Facebook page. We have Instagram page. You can follow there. I can just, if you type Taraba Tourism Board, you see something about us there.
Wow.
Yes, it is good to ask questions. And it is good to ask the right person. When you ask somebody that is not the right person, say, Taraba State, you want to come to Taraba, like that Igbo man I was telling you. But he eventually came.
Wow.
Yes, he decided
he took the bull by the horn.
That he was going to come. So he came through Yola Airport. We picked him. He came to Taraba. We held program even in the night. So I can be in Taraba and be outside till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. And the way they were talking about Taraba while I was in Abuja, as if you cannot even go from here to here without being killed or without being kidnapped. He was so glad to have come. He said at least he has never been to the northern part of the state. He has now come. He has seen it. He knows what to tell people.
Sure.
So it is good to ask the right person when you are asking. Ask the right person. If you don't ask the right person, you won't get the right thing, the right answer. You will always be in your corner saying that there is no peace, there is no peace. So ask the right person, and the right person will tell you the right thing that is happening.
All right. I would agree with you to an extent, but as a media expert, I would also say that let the right person make the right information available at all times. For lack of information alone, you can actually mislead people and then allow for rumor to become the order of the day. So I would also ask that the board also makes frantic effort to provide as much information out there so that those who are interested in coming to visit the tourist centers here in Taraba State would have good and the right information. I know some tourists are usually very, very but they can take risk a lot just because they want to see a site. They don't mind even if it's a crisis prone area. But of course, when you make information available to someone, he's already forearmed and then would come prepared. So maybe finally, what's your advice to us, Tarabans, Nigerians, and of course the world generally about talking peace or peaceful coexistence?
I'll start from we Tarabans. I will plead with Tarabans that we should please give peace a chance. Whatever it is, dialogue is the best process to settling a matter. When you take up arms, it doesn't help. It only takes us back to square one. When somebody finished building a house, he's living in it, and you come and put fire and burn it down, you have taken the person backwards, and you too, the person will burn down your own. All of you are back to square one. So let's give peace a chance in Taraba so that we can truly have development, and the tourism sector too will truly develop. But for Taraba still, they say charity begins at home. Let us in Taraba come out and patronize our own tourism potentials. We have so many. I am telling you that there is somebody living in Taraba that doesn't know what we have. We have been trying like this, like in the such programs here and TTV, to be able to make them to know what we have. So please and please, Tarabans, we have so much potentials in Taraba. Let us come out and patronize ourselves before we invite people from outside to come and patronize us. Please and please. Like I said, if not because of the corona, we organized tour for people in Taraba. We wanted to start with some executives in Taraba, so that if you start with the Oga, he will come and inform others, and he will inform his friends that are outside the country, outside the state, of what we have. That one outside the state will inform the one outside the country that this is what we have. But for the COVID-19 that took place, that started last year, we couldn't do it. So please and please, I will continue to plead with Tarabans. Let us come out. Let us patronize what we have, so that we will be able to take the news to people that are outside the state. You know, as I said, tourism is not a one-man show. Even we in the board here alone cannot do it, cannot send out all this information. But when our people patronize the tourism potential, they see it with their own faces, with their own eyes, they will be able to tell somebody that lives in Abuja that this is what we have in Taraba. Like last week, I was just sitting here, my friend just sent some pictures through my WhatsApp. Before she even said something, I didn't know what she wanted, but immediately she sent the picture. I replied to her, I said, "Game."
Wow.
So she said that some people were arguing. One person was showing his friend this picture. He said, "This one, it's like they say it's in Taraba.
It can't be in Nigeria."
Yeah, that the other person say it's a lie. It can't be in Nigeria. So he knows that she's from Taraba. He sent the pictures to her to help him confirm. So immediately she sent the picture without saying anything. Before she could finish typing what she was typing, I replied to her, "Gembu, this is this site in Gembu, this is this site in Gembu." She said, that these people were arguing. So when we know what we have, we will know what to tell others.
Sure.
That this is what we have.
All right, finally now to the world. What's your call generally?
Concerning peace.
Sure.
Or concerning
tourism.
Okay. You know, tourism is like the next oil in the world, not even in Nigeria. We are trying to keep, even in Nigeria now, the government is trying to keep oil aside.
To diversify.
To diversify, facing tourism. So let the government and others, as they have started, let us face tourism and keep oil aside, so that we'll have places to hold on. You know, if oil stops today, oil can stop flowing, but will tourism stop? It will stop.
Not.
It's most of them are natural, so they can't stop. So let's face tourism and harness it and make it help us to prosper.
Wow. Now, but maybe I didn't ask one question that I should ask before I leave. I'm imagining a listener would have been almost skinning me alive out there. How much? What's the cost? You're asking Tarabans to patronize. Is it for free?
It's not for free, because you have to pay for your transport. You have to pay for your feeding. You have to pay for your accommodation. But what we do is that we liaise with the transport companies. We liaise with the hotels. If a room is for 10K, we liaise with them, because we are coming from tourism. They give us less.
A discount. Okay.
Even with the transport, let's say from here to Gembu, let's say it's 5,000. If we are taking tourists, we will liaise with them. They can give us discount.
Okay.
Yes, that is why I say it's better to come through here, because if you go direct, you won't have that discount.
Well, it's not for free. You've heard it. I would have gone without it because I was playing safe, actually. Okay. But again, I know that someone listening will want to really know, because the way she made the call, it sounded more like, wow, come out. It's a largesse. But it's not. Please get ready. I hear people plan for vacation.
Yes.
You can start saving from the first day of the year just for that vacation during summer, which happens far off during the, some months after the beginning of the year. So you can save enough to be able to go around and enjoy this tourist attraction. And it can only happen where there is peace. But again, on the program today, we have learned that the board has a way of ensuring that you can still enjoy this aspect of nature, which is, exploring the tourist attraction in Taraba State with a little more guide, where security will be provided for you. That is only if you inform the board you want to visit this site through a tour guide. Okay, so next time, I learned that too new. So we learn every day, they say. So I've learned that new. So you too can pick that information and ensure that you enjoy yourself even in the midst of this uncertainty. I don't want to keep saying crisis. I hope they just get off and then allow us to enjoy peaceful coexistence. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
You're welcome.
That's the much we'll take on the program today, but do join us again for another enlightening package. I'm yours sincerely, Iwesekunde Enoch, asking you to remain peaceful, and see you again next time. Bye for now. Hello, I am Queen Kunde Enoch. Join us every Tuesday on the program Talking Peace, where we raise discourse on how to attain peaceful coexistence and tolerance in our society.
Talking Peace is a production of ZT Communications in partnership with Taraba State Broadcasting Service TSBS Jalingo.
For enquiries and advert placements, please call 0803 454 0469.
Talking Peace is the meeting point. Join us.
Peace in our